Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Thicc Accent podcast, where after a fucking long break we are back on it with Kirlis Army,
Hello there.
and we will make a quick recap and a summary of the upcoming events now that quarantine has us locked over. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's been too long. I mean, yeah, we've been in quarantine like in 40 days now. Well, we are safe here in Greece, so well, stay home, stay safe, play cards in Shikoku. I've seen a lot of tournaments coming up this month. We need to thank the new Discord League team and the London Legion team that makes some extra events for us, like the one that it's been on Saturday. There's a tournament on Saturday, like the one they did before, and there is also a no-core tournament.
And there have also been many National League Discord championships, which is always nice to see, as people support their local scene. And
Yeah. Also, March Madness finished like 3 or 4 days ago. Well done to Mozi playing Kravitz. Yeah. Okay, so he played versus Demagogue. He was playing High House of Light. We talked about High House of Light like long ago when we got a breakdown on the the pack, and everybody was talking shit about it. I mean,
except for me.
Yeah, except for you, yeah. I was cautious about the the new deck, the new Mitsu and stuff, but we told people that it's gonna be scary, and it was really scary. I mean, they flipped a coin to decide who won because there was a Jigoku
Crash.
server problem, so they had to stop the game there. So yeah, so we have a High House of Light in the first new Discord League in the finals. So
And also the LLO tournament, the meta check.
Mhm.
Demagogue won that one with High House of Light.
yeah, he needs to stop.
Yeah, like it is pretty hard to argue that he's the best player currently on the planet.
Yeah, and
It's either him, Mozi, and Pablo. They are the three people with significant repetitive results in the last few months.
Yeah, he also made a very solid deck. I mean, his builds are really unique, kind of like mine, but his decks work. Well,
Yeah.
thing is that we need to see the decks a bit. I mean, we need to see the builds and talk about them. So, Panos, what do you have to say about the Demas deck?
Dema's deck is practically made to auto-win against most matchups. It can auto-win against most versions of Unicorn, it can auto-win against Scorpion, it can auto-win against Crane, because every one of those decks is missing something. Crane is missing the Cloud the Mind for the Mitsu,
Right.
and Unicorn, it tries to break the Stronghold, but against Duelist Training and Polish Debates and Hawk Tattoo for the Sent Homes, there is no option to do that. So
Yeah, we need to add that Magog added Tadakatsu in the March Madness League, and he played the LLO tournament without him. It was his new addition. It went very well. He also manipulated his opponent with Mantra of Fire, so he can stick the big characters in the field.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that is mostly coming from people's inexperience in dealing with Tadakatsu. Because when I played Tadakatsu, it was the same thing actually. Like at some point, people could just pass attack. Even Mozi again in his finals against Demagogue, if he passed and didn't attack, Mitsu would auto die.
mhm, that's correct.
Because no, it wasn't Mozi. It was you in the Discord
Uh,
league. Yeah, it was you.
was
It
I?
was you playing against Demagogue,
I
and
didn't play
you
versus
could
Demagogue.
have passed. It was the final conflict of the turn. He couldn't do stronghold. He
Did I
couldn't do
play?
anything.
Did I play versus Demagogue? It was testing.
Testing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Which I won.
No, you lost.
No, 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 I didn't.
You got whooped.
No, I won. I went on a run.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But still, like, it goes to
Oh,
show
I
how.
don't know which of the games you were spectating. I think we played one and only one.
I'm not sure.
I didn't play
But
another.
like, I remember.
I lost versus his Phoenix.
No, no, no. I remember his dragon. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, people still have to learn and adapt to Tadakatsu, to Mantra of Fire, to all those cards, and it will catch up eventually. But the good part about this new dragon deck is that, well, depending on how you see it, it's good, but uh, against most opponents, you simply win because of deck matchup. So you don't have to be perfectly on point on every match.
Mm-hmm.
And auto winning against Scorpion is obviously like huge, since it's such a common deck in real life to play against.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, I consider that dragon to be number one in the game, and number two is obviously Crab, which is also really close and insanely broken. And the results of the last few tournaments have been just dragons and crabs in all three tournaments that we have had significant
That's correct.
results
But
from.
you need to mention that Dragon right now needs like a lot of skill to play. But Crab it's like the old-fashioned Scorpion, with no brain. You just click the cards, you just click them to attack, you win.
Yeah. And
So
actually, it's sorry, I just want to add that like even in the Greek Discord League that we have results from currently, the number one, number two, and number three best players on points and win rate are two dragon players and a crab player, right?
yep,
So maybe
that's
we like balance is significantly more off than we think, but just people are not playing in big tournaments to figure it out yet.
It's about the player right now because the dragon needs skill, so you need like a very good player to handle it out. I found like this ad, the cycle of rebirth. Did you see the Demagogue's deck? Did
Yeah,
you really see it? Like the whole breakdown. Um,
yeah,
he
I have
plays
the list.
a cycle of rebirth. Do you know what it does?
Yeah, yeah. It is
So he
practically a Kunilab counter, but he
not
also
only
uses
Kunlab
it
counter.
to.
He can make a bad flop like he can shuffle out his deck to find something else. It's cool.
It is really good because it allows you to practically you can use it as a rally, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you
It's
can
it's an
also
action. It's an action.
yeah, but it's rally. You choose
And
a
you can
card
play.
in one of
Yeah,
your
you can.
provinces
Mhm.
and poof, you refill them both phase up. You can double rally with that. You can use it on yourself. Big
You
brain.
can go like it's something like a favorable ground.
No, no, no. I'm talking about like, let's say you're searching for Mitsu.
Hmm.
You can use it, recycle that, and one of your tranquil philosophers, pop two things face up, and boom, you got a Mitsu.
Yeah, that's correct.
So it's a meta thinner, and it deals with holdings. It deals
It
with
deals with keepers. Yeah,
keepers,
you
problematic
can
cards.
always play it like in a rebuild, in a conflict. I mean, you can just let it face up, and when your crab opponent will play rebuild uh, for something even in the fate phase. I mean, he needs to save a character like with Iron Mine. You just click Cycle of Rebirth in your provinces, and that's it.
Yeah.
It shuffles out. It doesn't go to the graveyard. It just shuffles in your deck, so you can rebuild it again. It's cool. It's a cool ad. One of ad.
I actually would play three of these.
Nah, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. You break
How
because
can I
you
break?
play. Well, you play 8 holdings, and if you play 3 of them, you're like you are playing 11 holdings. So I don't know.
Okay, but I can use this, and then I will see a character, and I have thinned my deck.
Yeah, but he might be like,
And if you plop two
I
of
need to
these,
pass.
you
I need to
just
pass
cycle
first.
the cycle.
Pass. I think he wants to pass first, so he doesn't want to lose the passing fate here.
I actually think this card is probably 3 of
Okay,
if you use it
maybe.
right, but we will see. I have to talk it out with him.
Yeah,
Still an amazing
yeah.
one-off. I agree totally on that.
Mhm.
A very solid tech choice in a crab-dominated meta.
Well,
Uh,
we will link the deck below for anyone that hasn't been on Discord or Discord League to see it. Um, let's talk about Moses' deck. So it's a crabby build with a few like mm, let's call it tech. Yes, he went for X1 assassination.
yeah,
Would you play assassination?
yeah, 100%. The Like I agree on assassination because it enables Wave the Crabs. I find the Wicked Tetsubo instead of Jade Tetsubo to not be a solid choice, mainly because in the mirror against other crabs it's not really that good.
Yeah.
But I think like maybe since he got through them and he faced Demagogue, in the end they worked out, but I don't agree because in the
I,
mirror match you can lose very easily.
I don't like Yakamo, to be honest. I think Kisada would be far better.
He plays Yakam because he plays the Wicked Tetsubo. It's
Yeah,
Berserker only.
yeah. I would I would dump Tetsubo and I would also dump Yakabo.
Yeah.
You
Uh, I, I I agree on that. I prefer Enegon's lists. A bit more holdings, a bit more diversification, I'd say, like Kaioshuichi and other stuff.
Yeah, I think Sensei's Last Hope makes you vulnerable to Noble Sacrifice and I Can Swim. And everything that runs for same.
Yeah, and it
But
also
it's cool versus Unicorn. It's cool versus white decks.
the other
And
problem with Last Hope is that it can get you dishonored real quick.
mhm.
You really don't want to play that card against Scorpion.
Considering you play 3 Kuni Labs.
Yeah, like you'll die alone on turn 2 practically. So all
I
in
would go
all,
for two-way of the crab, by the way. I won't play 3. I mean, you can see them often, but yeah, you know,
I'm not
3
sure.
is too much.
In my testing, I'd probably run 3, but not with Sinsays. I think City of the Rich Frog is better, but as I said, my builds are very much compatible with Enagons, not Moses. So I think like this list, it could be really good for a league, but like I don't see this winning against Scorpion. I see this losing in the mirror match. You can find some holes in the deck, in my opinion. Uh, Maybe I can't see the similar holes in Enegon's deck because I just don't know Dragon enough.
It's a different deck. I mean, it's a different deck because Enagon plays Hita Guardian for his City of the Rich Frog, so he has a lot of holdings popping around, buffing people with Hita Guardian. It's a different build. It's a different crap, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. So these two were the finalists. We will post the decks below. You can also see videos of them playing in the Discord Top Cut. We need to thank again the new team. They did an amazing job making this league.
Yep, you all are lovely, and I will try my best to get in on the next one, because as always...
I forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
I was late in the second one, but I made my participation in the third one, so it's fine.
Nice. And then we have to talk about the upcoming event of the year, the World Cup.
Yeah.
Which is starting.
The next big thing in our quarantines.
Yeah, and it's starting really soon. It's pretty. It will be pretty competitive once again to see who will take it. I mean, obviously you have the favorites: Spain, the United States, and Greece. I think nobody can argue. If Hangapur is a thing again, then there will be competition for that.
I don't know about Hangapur because the Hungarians don't play, so you might see just Por with something else.
Okay. Well, it will depend on whoever Singapore teams up with, but currently it seems like there are some favorites. I'm unfortunately used as duct tape to fill whatever needs to be filled, patched up. Yeah. I will never get to play Fighting Crab.
Too many Greeks popped up this year that didn't participate in the Discord World Cup before. So we are like now we have some.
Yeah. I actually think like this time we are fielding the A team. Like last time without Sly Knight, it just seems wrong, man.
Yeah, we all play different positions. Right now, I will play the Lion. I didn't find a suitable build in Phoenix this year, so. If I don't fuck up Lion, it will go pretty well.
I was trying to go for a scouted terrain build on Unicorn, as you know. We have been play testing it behind closed doors, as they say, but even though it's good, and it's really good, there is honestly no point taking such a big risk when like most of the opponents of the other teams won't be in the highest level to destroy HMT. so it will be a HMT for me. And beware, I may not have Spyglass this time, but the sentiment is still there.
Yeah, it's still there. That's the case. Well, I don't
Spyglass.
know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you can play different styles, can't you?
I think I can. Like, I actually find aggro to be easier, way easier than grind. But that's just me, maybe.
I hope people are hyped about the new World Cup.
Me too. I hope we see everyone in. Like, it would be super nice if every team gave their best players and we had this epic bout. And we also need hype videos again.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
man,
We need intro videos. I mean, let's make a call to anyone that has that is a team captain or something from the Discord League World Cup teams. Make videos. Make it hilarious. I mean, it would be really nice, like last year.
yes, please do it.
Yeah,
Last
please.
year was like it was probably the best part of the the World
Yeah,
Cup.
the beginning was the best part of the World Cup.
Yeah, we fucked up the end. It's okay. Next time.
Yeah, it's
And there's one other thing that I've noticed with the game as it stands, that I feel like I have to talk about it, which is the fact that auto wins are becoming a bit too many. And what I mean by that is that let's say you play Crane or you play Unicorn or even Lion, and the opponent plays Kravitz and he flops two Kunilabs, Qden he does for a keeper and summons Gallant Quartermaster and Kuni Envoy, Kaio Envoy and Yasuki Broker, and the game is over.
Yeah, I think the snowball potential of Kravitz right now is really big. Most decks do not have that kind of snowball. I mean, Unicorn has it, but it needs the perfect balance in hand and in the dynasty flips, so he can make it happen. But Kravitz can even counter it by just defending and taking the long game way, so it can stop all the Unicorn force turn by turn. So right now the ban list was not enough. I mean, Crab needed to be hit
Yeah,
because the Butcher of the Fallen right now is really dangerous and makes some decks useless.
that's the even bigger problem. Like you play against Crab and you flop, and boom, there is no one coster, and you're fucked.
If you defend well, Butcher will win the game for you.
Yeah, but
After
like I'm just saying, it used to be that okay, like Way of the Crab may win you the first turn because the opponent passes or plays just one small guy, but then you could come back. Now, when you try to come back, the Crab player just plays Butcher and breaks your third province and then the stronghold in 2 turns without you being able to defend at all.
That's correct. I also find really hard to stop the Kuni Labs after a point. I mean, Crab will stop you from winning conflicts, so he will get some rings. He will deny you the favor. It all happens like a snowball. Yeah, it can make. It's not. It's not like a snowball. It's like an auto win. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, you like a significant percentage of the games against Crab, especially if they play City of the Rich Frog, is did they auto win or did they not? Did I get assassination plus wave the crab turn 1? Did I open a one coaster? Did they open double Kunilab? Did they get two keepers out first turn? And if they did, then it's over. And you can't do anything about that. It's just their dynasty flop. If it happens, if it's good, then you're fucked.
Yeah, that's
And
correct.
that's a bit of a serious problem. Because L5R used to be this back and forth, snowballing little advantages to...
Yeah, you can turn the tables from a turn to a turn. Right now, Kravitz doesn't allow you to play L5R like that.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
and neither does the dragon, because
Yeah.
Mitsu tells you no. That's all.
Well, Dragon has a hole in that. I mean, at some point, you don't have enough cards to do the Mitsu thing. If you are
Well,
choked on cards, then you don't have
yeah.
enough to do the
Now
Mitsu.
you phrased it correctly. Because if you don't have enough cards, then yeah, it's a problem. But if the motherfucker flops a proving ground on turn 2 and he
Or
has a
two
Mitsu
proving
from turn
grounds
1,
and
then
skip
you're
them.
done.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
And
But everybody plays Season of War, so that's not a problem,
yeah,
is it?
it still is, but way less so. Thing is, yeah, Season of War dealt with holdings from Dragon, and that's why the problem is way smaller in Dragon. But Crab, even if you Season of War them, they still got advantage. The holdings they can bring back, and the keepers are now in the drop zone. So it's not like Season of War counters them, it actually speeds their deck up.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. You can always make them take out and win.
That's the best thing you can do, yeah. If you can get all seasons, maybe it can happen.
Yeah, if you
But
get them consecutively, it won't work. But if you get them like in first turn, in third turn, in fifth turn, it would be nice.
yeah,
And you can play it always. I mean, if you are the first player, Season of War is fine because you can get the fate back if you pass again. You just Season of War, another Dynasty phase comes up, you just pass, and you are safe. If you're the second player, then you have chances to make your opponent take 2 or 3 fate per turn, passing fate.
yeah, yeah.
So thing is that I need to inform people that passing Phoenix doesn't work, guys. You need to stop playing that. It doesn't work, and it's not fun.
Why is
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I haven't seen a guy winning with passing. Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was testing a build, and I was like, okay, so he doesn't attack, and he draws a card. Okay, fine. Yeah. So if he doesn't, I will get the right tools, and then win him. I mean, a passing Phoenix won me, but it went honor run. It didn't dishonor me. So it also didn't break a single province. Um, I'm not sure. I'm
My
not sure. I mean, people need to stop playing that.
can I like my issues with the deck are that one, it only works on Jigoku. It
Yeah.
will never work in real life because my opponent plays passing Phoenix. Okay, I will slow play, all in to destroy one province, and I win. big brain, right?
Well, I think Phoenix can break provinces, but I'm not sure people really made a deck to double threat. They just make it passive.
Yeah, you are talking about a different deck. I'm talking about like the passing Phoenix in real life, not in Jigoku. You can just you can time him out because 40 minutes of time are not a long time when you have to shuffle your deck, right? And you can also, like, if I know what you're playing and you're playing passing Phoenix, then pretty much like mulligan changes, a lot of stuff changes that I think make the deck much worse. I will keep let goes on the opening hand, and you will probably like lose the provinces by turn 2.
Garando Guardian is not cheap, and he can work well if you don't hit a shameful display or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the deck, anyways.
And it also loses to decks like Honorland Lion and things that are very combo oriented.
That can easily sustain Honor like any Crane.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, every Crane can be like, okay, I'll play my game, you can do your stuff, and I will win at some point.
Yeah. So being so passive doesn't work unless you were playing with World Cup rules and you're trying to play a dragon to bore your opponent to death. I don't know who would ever do that. Could be me last year, maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now we need to see some deck lists coming up for the World Cup. I'm really hyped to see what other good players will play. Yeah.
I think the decks with the most potential are Lion and Crane, actually, in the variety they can bring to the table, now that Crane is not limited to Dragons Plus, and Lion can play Toll, Tempo, Aggro, Honor Run, everything, or even double or triple threat. And it would be like a joy to see people from other metas and other countries trying to revolutionize those decks, because without results, without tournaments, they have been stable for way too long in a pretty weak power level. Like the cards.
Time will tell. Time will tell. I don't see any rush about it. So I think we made a recap about the things that came up these months. The next episode will be harsher. It will be cringy.
It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be cringy.
We have to keep it like really hype for the views, all 80 of them. We might even get a...
all 20 of them. I mean, the 10 of them is my mom.
We might even get a guest from the Greek World Cup team in. Maybe Demagogue, if we can convince him.
If we can make him talk English.
I believe. It's the dream. So people, thanks for hanging around with us for this big ass comeback. And
thanks for listening to our boring catch-up podcast.
Yeah, like by far our most boring episode. Anyway,
if you made it to the end, you're a man.
Yeah, like it's probably just you and me listening by this point, but during editing. But anyway, people, thank you very much. See you around, and
See you
try
really
to
soon.
not make the World Cup too easy for us.
That's correct. We need competition.
That's all, boys.